I'm going to ask Jack to, in response, publish his own video.
Everyone, today we got a bit of an interesting video today. I got my friend Azhar who created a video talking about being anxious in front of the camera, and I'm going to respond to it because he called me out, and I have some interesting thoughts on the topic, so let's get into it.
I spoke about how I struggle with stage fright, on-camera anxiety, and I can tell you that I feel a lot more comfortable that given that I published my first video and this is my second one, and in this one I would like to explore why is it, particularly for me, what is the main reason that I experience stage fright. If I'm doing content in my own language, Urdu, I'm originally from Pakistan, so if I'm doing content in my own language, I'm completely fine. I'm a totally different person.
That's really interesting. I mean, I hear that people like different personalities in different languages. I, for one, English is my native language, and a lot of the times I feel I second guess myself, not because it's not my native language, though I can understand how that might add to it. I think I second guess myself because I wonder if there's a different way to say things, whether what I'm saying is the way that is the most clear and direct. There's such a pressure within me to create something that allows me to really connect with people, and there's a bit of a frustration when I can't.
In front of the camera, very natural, but when it comes to creating content in English, that's where I face difficulty. That region, Pakistan, India, and some other countries, we used to be slaves of the British back in the 1900s, like early 1900s. And the way our educational system was designed, it was designed to ingrain an inferiority complex within South Asian people. And it's extremely unfortunate that that this was done, but because of which South Asian inferiority complex is a real thing. You guys can look it up, you guys can Google it. So I believe part of it comes from there, where when I'm creating content in English and I know that it's mostly Westerners who will consume my content, so it kind of triggers my anxieties. Another reason would be that it's something new. I mentioned this in my last video. If you did not see it, you can watch it by clicking the link over here. And part of the reason is that I'm very new to this. It's a combination of these two things. People who are struggling with stage fright and they want to create content, my best advice to them would be to do something like what I am doing. Create precise vlogs, publish them. The main thing is that you publish them on YouTube so that people can see and people can give you their feedback. And another important thing that will happen is you will get the confidence that, look, you are publishing content and nothing is nothing bad is happening to you. I assure you that most of the the feedback that you will get will be good, positive feedback. Like I said in my last video, I thought that people will not understand my English, my accent, but when I sent my videos to my friends, all of them came back to me and they were like, we perfectly understand what you are saying. That's what helped me move beyond the issues that I thought were holding me back and focus on the things that matters most, which in my case is the stage fright. I'm also going to send this to my friend Jack, who is also a content creator. He also has the same struggles as I do, and I'm going to ask Jack to, in response, publish his own video and share it with me so I can give him my feedback.
I think that was a beautiful video and a beautiful share, and talking about the struggle with creating content with stage fright, and also some of these maybe even echoes of inferiority complex, maybe the effect of racism and things in the world that create a life experience that might make you very hesitant to express yourself fully in the way that you want to. My challenge often just lies in when I create content, I often have this idea in my mind in, what kind of person am I supposed to be, and what kind of people do I want to attract, and so on and so forth. Sometimes it's hard to let go of the ego, and I talk about this in some of my other videos about how there's this almost pressure to be an expert on YouTube, to niche down before you may even be ready. And you see all these people on social media who seem to be very focused, seem to be proclaiming with a lot of confidence. And for me, there's so many interests that I have, and some of the things that I wanted to are actually all connected, but they're very complex themes. They're not themes that are so easily digested and explained. And I feel the pressure sometimes when I'm sitting in front of the camera in an empty room by myself, trying to articulate some of the ideas that I have in my head, and then coming back and wondering later, when I'm sitting in front of the editing software, like, did I do this justice? Did I make myself proud? The answer is often no. I often feel confused as to what my message really was and what I really want to say to people and how I want to convey that and how best to convey that. I've always sought out wonder and beauty and learning and exploration in life, and I've always wanted my channel to feel something of that nature, and I wanted to inspire people in those areas and wanted to motivate people to keep going, and I wanted to connect with people who are going through the same thing as me. But sometimes when we get so into the editing and the cutting and the video, shooting the video and doing all those sorts of things, it can be so hard for me to find that voice and figure out exactly what I want to say. So thank you very much for that video. I think that it definitely helped me to hear about it, and I'm sure it helped a lot of other people to hear about how working through the creative process, we all struggle and we all find it hard. But this is where I personally struggle, figuring out what I want to post on my channel and figuring out what ways can I add value and what ways can I improve my videos over time.